All right, guys, doing another segment here, overrated ranked fighters. But before I start, please like and subscribe, like this video, subscribe to my channel. It'll be greatly appreciated. Maybe I can get more than 10 views. So hopefully you guys enjoy this video. Like and subscribe. Thank you. But let's talk first about these overrated ranked fighters, right? I am an MMA savant. I know what I'm talking about. I know what I see, and I know the game in and out. I've been watching MMA for years, so I know who's overrated. I know who isn't. So if you guys are fans of MMA, just take a back seat, and it's okay that my fandom and that my knowledge surpasses yours. It's okay. You can breathe a little. It's fine. Let me teach you the ropes, right? So first, I would like to say the most overrated ranked fighter in the flyweight division for the men, because I'm not ranking no bitches. For the men, Steve Urseg is the most overrated. It was very close between him and Kai Kara France. Let's dig deeper in Kai Kara France. What is Kai Kara France really good at? What is he good at? Doesn't have a jab because he's short. He just throws overhands, a nice uppercut on Cody Garbrandt, but just overhands. That's basically what Kai Kara France is. He's a swing and pray type of guy. His jiu-jitsu is not that good. His takedown defense is not that good. What is he good at? I don't understand. I think he just has an overhand, and I think he's kind of fast, and that basically gets it done. And he beat this guy, Steve Urseg, with an overhand, even though probably Steve Urseg is the more talented MMA fighter. And out of 10 times, he probably wins this fight 7 times. But let's take a let's take a look and dive into his last 5 opponents. You have Ode Osborne. He won via unanimous decision. He got rocked in the first round, almost got put out in the first round versus Ode Osborne. This Ode Osborne has lost to Tyson Nam. This Ode Osborne has lost to, I think, Jafel Fijo. This Ode Osborne is not that good of a fighter. He lost to Ronaldo Rodriguez as well, I think. He is not that good of a fighter. He is very fast, but also fatigued. So he has his setbacks, but he is not ranked. So I'm not talking about him. I'm going to be talking about Steve Urseg. And Steve Urseg is going to unanimous decisions with a guy that has lost 4 out of 5. Filo Asu Almabayev. He's lost many fights, right? His striking, his boxing is supposed to look good, but his boxing is slow. He has slow hands. He's not athletic. He's soy. That's just basically what it is. Brandon Moreno, he lost via decision. Did not look good. Couldn't get started. Couldn't find Brandon Moreno. Brandon Moreno's footwork was too elusive for him. Couldn't find him at all. He lost to Kai Kara France by KO. Right overhand in the first round. Okay, he got caught. He probably was the better fighter, but he got caught. Alexander Pantoja lost to him as well. That was a close fight. That was his closest fight because Alexander Pantoja is not a blur. He's not fast. He is a plotty guy. He just plots there, stands there, and then tries to get a takedown. If not takedown, he's standing there in front of you. No angles, nothing created. Then he beat Matt Schnell. But again, who doesn't beat Matt Schnell? Matt Schnell's chin is over. So that's who is my flyweight men's division, whatever, right? Next is Umar Nurmagomedov, and this is going to be a hot take because it was either him or Chito Vera, because Chito Vera is not a good fighter, right? He goes to jiu-jitsu at Art of Jiu-Jitsu and gets tapped by 100 people over there and then never shows his face again. Chito Vera is not a good fighter. People say he has very good cardio, that his cardio is insane. But how do you have good cardio if you don't throw strikes for the first 2 rounds and in the 3rd round you're fresh while your opponent isn't? Then you have good cardio? Come on, let's be realistic. He doesn't have good cardio. He doesn't have good output. And once he started putting more output against Ayman Zahabi, starting to get a little bit winded in that 3rd round. Why is he losing 3rd rounds if this cardio machine, Chito Vera, is that good? He's not. But again, this is not about Chito Vera. It's about Umar Nurmagomedov. I'm just calling Umar. He's very overrated. He's a good fighter. He's actually a great fighter. But the fan base, I can't stand them. They think that Umar is Khabib, but he's not. He's not even close to it. His grappling's not close. His positional awareness isn't close. His positional awareness on the ground isn't close. His submissions aren't close. His just all around grappling is not close to Khabib level. Khabib level was suffocating. Umar isn't. When Khabib takes people down, they don't get back up. Umar versus Mario Batista kept getting back up. Umar versus Merab, they kept getting back up. Again, he hasn't been fighting the best of competition. Let's look at his last 5 fights. Mario Batista dropped him in the second round and somehow still won 30-27 on all 3 cards. I don't know how Mario Batista didn't win the second round. That's actually rigged and blasphemy, right? He lost to Merab, but Merab is the best bantamweight of all time. He's legit one of the best fighters I've ever seen in my life. That's Merab. Even though his technique is a little wanky and wacky, he is a great fighter. Corey Sandhagen, he beat Corey Sandhagen. Corey Sandhagen wrestling isn't that good, even though he worked on it in the Merab fight, but it's not that good. And Umar controlled him on the ground. Beksat Almakan actually dropped Umar. Umar's defensive striking is not that good. He dips. He does the DC where he dips too much on one side and he gets cracked for it. That's what it is. Then he beat Raoni Barcelos. So again, who has he beaten? He's beaten Corey Sandhagen, which is a good win, and Mario Batista is a good win. But that's it. Then you got to go to Nate Maness. That's what we're looking at. And Brian Kelleher. This is what we're looking at Umar's great wins. And he hasn't finished anyone in 3 years. Raoni Barcelos. He hasn't been almost 4 years. He hasn't finished somebody, Raoni Barcelos. That's how long it's been since Umar has been in a fight where he had the clear advantage that he was able to finish a guy, and no homo. And that's crazy to me. Next is Lerone Murphy. Lerone Murphy at featherweight is extremely overrated. Who has Lerone Murphy beat? He beat Aaron Pico. You're going to tell me that Lerone Murphy's a better fighter than Aaron Pico? There's no chance in hell you think that. Aaron Pico is a better grappler. He's a better He's a better wrestler. He's a better striker. Boxing, everything he's better than Lerone Murphy. But Aaron Pico's too offensive and too retarded, and that's why he lost. But Aaron Pico's a great fighter, and he's a good fighter, and he got overzealous, and he thought he was prime TJ Dillashaw trying to dart to the right, and Lerone Murphy was like, thank you, I'll just throw this spinning back elbow and knock you out, even though I'm getting outworked badly and getting hurt to the body, getting punched in the face, getting taken down and mauled. That was Aaron Pico to Lerone Murphy. Lerone Murphy, let's look at his last wins. Josh Emmett won via decision. Josh Emmett's 100 years old, bad knees, just throws an overhand, but he has power, but that's who he is. Then Dan Ige wobbles Lerone Murphy, almost has him out. Dan Ige is a great fighter? No, he's like a top 15 gatekeeper, not on that level. Edson Barboza wins via unanimous decision. Edson Barboza is 100 years old. Edson Barboza almost lost to Sadiq Youssef, and he just lost to Drakkar Close. So Edson Barboza is washed beyond measures. Joshua Kulabau, exactly. Who? Joshua Kulabau, Australian guy. I guess he's a boxer. I don't even know what he's good at. He's a boxer. He thinks he's Nate Diaz of the Australias, and that's basically who Lerone Murphy beat. Next is Justin Gaethje. Talk about extremely overrated is Justin Gaethje. This guy has no grappling whatsoever. I don't know how anyone has not exposed his grappling. His jiu-jitsu is terrible. Khabib had him mounted, and he said, I'm gonna go roll on my back, secure this triangle. That's how much respect I do not have for your jiu-jitsu. It's that bad. Justin Gaethje, right? And then in the first round of that, because that was the second round, in the first round of that, he went for an armbar, almost broke his arm, but the bell rang, and then Khabib took him down the second and triangled him, and that was sayonara. Charles Oliveira, once he knocked him down in his fight, immediately looked for a sub. He went for a triangle. The triangle didn't work. Immediately got to the back, choked him out. And within 30 seconds, he was on the ground. Rafael Fiziev was on his back. Rafael Fiziev had him down on the ground, mounted, by the way, and Rafael Fiziev has no jiu-jitsu as well. He's also overrated. Rafael Fiziev literally just gave up a great position to lose a fight versus Justin Gaethje twice. So he lost. He beat Rafael Fiziev twice. Max Holloway lost. Max Holloway, everybody thinks that's a fight of the year. That I was at that fight. I was at UFC 300. That fight was a snooze fest. I was yawning during that fight. It was boring. And Max Holloway, he was boxing him up, angling out. That's how good Max Holloway. Max Holloway is a tremendous boxer, tremendous striker. You have to give props to Max Holloway. There's no shame in losing to Max Holloway. He's a good fighter. Dustin Poirier. Dustin Poirier was piecing him up too. Then he throws a head kick, gets him out with a head kick. right? But Dustin Poirier won that first round, was winning the beginning of the second round, hurting him, punching him in the face. Justin Gaethje's grabbing his eye, thinking it's an eye poke. That's how bad Dustin Poirier was beating him. Then he got KO'd. That's why Dustin Poirier said he wants that fight back, but they're probably never going to run it back again. But Dustin Poirier knows he's a better fighter, and I think Justin Gaethje knows that Dustin Poirier is the better fighter. Rafael Fiziev, again, overrated, whatever. Charles Oliveira lost via submission. Yeah, I mean, Charles Oliveira is a good fighter. Submitted him right away. Just dominated him everywhere. Striking, everything he dominated him in. And you have to respect that by Charles Oliveira. But Justin Gaethje is overrated. Next at welterweight, we have Leon Edwards. I think this is pretty self-explanatory. It was either him or Colby Covington. Because Colby Covington, everybody tells me this guy is a cardio machine. And he's a great wrestler. I've never seen, besides the Jorge Masvidal fight, he hasn't wrestled or gotten a meaningful takedown in like 4 years, right? I mean, he took down Leon Edwards once, and he took down Buckley once. But besides that, what has he done? Nothing. Colby Covington, and he said he has great cardio. How do you have great cardio when you throw everything at half speed? Every punch is half speed. Every jab is half speed. Every jab is half power. That's not great cardio. Great cardio is like Max, who's trying to actually, like, even though he doesn't have power, he's trying to end the fight. Marab trying to end the fight, even though they don't have power. They're trying to. Colby's literally just flicking stuff, hoping they land, winging punches, no technique. That's Colby Covington, but he is fun to watch. But let's go talk about Leon Edwards. Leon Edwards lost to Sean Brady, right? Just gave up. Lost to Bilal Muhammad, just gave up. Beat Colby Covington, who's washed. Kamaru Usman, who's not washed. He's actually a good fighter, but I think Kamaru Usman was very hesitant in that fight. I took Leon Edwards in that second fight, and I took him in that first fight. But in the second fight, I think Kamaru Usman was very, very hesitant. I think he wasn't ready to come back yet to face Leon Edwards, especially after getting KO, because he's never been KO'd in his career. And I think it was a tough mental lapse to get over. And then the first fight, Leon Edwards was getting dominated besides the first round, and it was about to be 4-1 win until the ref stood him up, and Leon Edwards landed a head kick that ended the fight. But overrated, probably one of the worst champions we've ever had. Next is Robert Whittaker. Robert Whittaker is extremely, extremely, extremely overrated. Besides beating Yoel Romero, what has he done? He beat old Jacare Souza. Okay, he beat Kelvin Gastelum. Great. He eked out a win versus Jared Cannonier. Great. Who has he beaten? That's elite, right? That's elite. That's that next level. Sean Strickland, he didn't fight Sean Strickland. Dricus du Plessis beats him, right? That Hamzat destroys him. Rainier Ritter beats him. He loses to a lot of these guys that are in the upper tier of the weight class. I think Robert Whittaker people call him a legend. I don't understand why they call him a legend. Let me look at his last fights. I know he beat Darren Till to a close match. He beat Darren Till in a close match. He beat Yoel Romero the first time. That was a good win. But Yoel Romero, maybe that's a perfect stylistic matchup for him, as Robert Whittaker likes to skirt around and hop around and be athletic. And maybe Yoel is not good against athletic fighters like that. Maybe that's just what it is. Maybe he just has his number. But again, beats Derek Brunson. Okay. Jacare Souza, Yoel Romero twice. Never defended his belt, by the way, as well. Never defended his belt. You could say that Yoel Romero missed weight in that second fight, so he never had a chance to defend his belt. Then lost to Israel Adesanya in a boxing sequence where Adesanya was throwing a wide lead hook that landed. And then Darren Till, he beat him. Cannonier, Kelvin Gastelum, lost to Adesanya again. That was a close fight, actually. Martin Vettori, terrible. Dricus du Plessis, lost to him. Paulo Costa, that was a close fight. Paulo Costa is not the same Paulo Costa now, where he wasn't really. Paulo Costa used to be an eraser. That's his name, Borachinia, right? He's an eraser, but he wasn't being like that. So Paulo Costa, you have to put this win as not the best Paulo Costa we've seen. And then he beat Ikram Aliskerov, who's very, very overrated. He's overrated as well, Ikram Aliskerov. Maybe I should have put him on here because everybody kind of knows that he's overrated. Shot beat Leon Edwards, should be Robert Whittaker. And then Hamzat he lost to, obviously, in the first round, broke his jaw. Rainier Ritter lost in a split decision. So Robert Whittaker is extremely overrated. People call him a legend. I don't understand it, but whatever. Next is Jamal Hill, light heavyweight, right? Jamal Hill is extremely, extremely overrated. He's on a 3-fight losing streak, right? He hasn't beat anybody good. He beat Thiago Santos with no knees, right? He beat Glover Teixeira at 65 years old. Then he lost to Alex Pereira in the first round, lost to Yuri in the third round, lost to Khalil. Didn't even try versus Khalil. It was embarrassing. He literally went out there to not get knocked out, not to give any fans a show. That's basically what he wanted. He didn't want anyone to have fun in Azerbaijan. I think that's where they're fighting. Didn't want anyone to have fun. Just pitiful performance. So you have to put there. Khalil Roundtree, it was my runner-up for most overrated as well. I don't think Khalil Roundtree is that good. I think he's a very good hammer, but a very bad nail. If you have him backing up, he's not that good of a fighter. And he's doesn't throw in combos when he's backing up. I think he looks for single shots, and he's not a good single shot fighter, pop shot fighter, right? Pot shot. And I think he's a better in combos when he throws 1-2 body kicks, 1-2 low kicks. Khalil Roundtree, I think that's what he's better at. But Jamal Hill, he's extremely overrated. You have to give it to that. Yeah, I don't think anyone actually rates him that high anymore, but at the time, he was extremely overrated. He was actually a favorite against Alex Pereira at one point, right? And then he was a favorite for Yuri Prochazka at one point. Like, this is embarrassing, okay? So you have to put Jamal Hill, one of the most overrated fighters in the light heavyweight division. Next is Tom Aspinall. I don't care. Tom Aspinall is extremely overrated. Michael Bisping said this guy is the next Muhammad Ali. This is crazy talk. Crazy talk. You can't say shit like this, Michael Bisping. You cannot say shit like this. Tom Aspinall is nowhere near. We saw Tom Aspinall struggle with Cyril Gane. He fights fat heavyweights. He's good against fat heavyweights, slow, foot in the mud heavyweight. Cyril Gane is not a heavyweight. He is a welterweight in a heavyweight body. This guy can move very well. He fights like Stephen Thompson, right? Balls on his feet, the balls on his foot, on the balls of his feet, sorry. On the balls of his feet, he fights very well. You can't tell me Cyril Gane moves like a heavyweight. This guy can 360 dunk. He's a specimen as well. Curtis Blades, he knocked out, right? Sergey Pavlovich, he knocked out. Marcin Tybura, he knocked out. Curtis Blades, he lost, but that was an injury, so that doesn't really count. But again, I don't think Tom Aspinall is that good that people think he is. I think he's a lot of holes in his game. And John Jones said it. I think John Jones had it put the nail on the head. I think he's a quitter. And it's okay that he quit. I would have quit too if I was losing, getting my ass beat, and then I was the champion. I would quit too. Fuck it, right? Don't give fans a show. Don't give England, your fellow Englishmen a show that came all the way to Abu Dhabi to watch you fight. Fuck it. Don't give Frenchmen a show. Who cares? Who cares about them? Who cares that they just spent all their money to take their kids and their family to the fight so you can quit? Who cares? Who cares? But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe. Thank you.